Ultra Hand was one of the many new and wonderful abilities of Tears of the Kingdom. While my personal favorite was Ascend, as I used the heck out of that, Ultra Hand became a lot more prevalent on my second go around of Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know why, I just didn't use it a ton in my first playthrough, aside from the several shrine quests where it was necessary. But as I've been exploring the Hyrule of Tears of the Kingdom again, I've kind of experimented a bit more and found Ultra Hand quite fun and useful, especially once you figure out a few key machines to make and save them to auto-build. A while back when I was streaming Tears of the Kingdom, channel member Jen suggested making a tier list of all the Zonai pieces of equipment. I thought that sounded like a fun idea and am finally making good on it. So here is my of course totally objective thoughts on the Zonai devices. JK, it's obviously just my opinion, but I'll be curious to see where we overlap and where we disagree. Also, no, I do not have a mechanical velociraptor in my apartment. I just have Baby Geek in his jumperoo because he refuses to take a nap, so you might hear that on and off. Alright, here we are with the tier list, like two and a half, maybe even 3 weeks after I recorded that intro. So, yay! This whole setup is a little bit janky. I didn't want to sync up the audio because I'm lazy. So whatever audio is here is what you're gonna get. If you hear sirens in the background, oh well. If you hear Baby Geek in the background, oh well. If you hear my air conditioner because it's Florida and it's way too hot, oh well. Now I guarantee you, I do not remember the name of most of these. But let's jump in. Starting with the big battery. Oh, sorry, before I get started, actually, these beautiful images are courtesy of Google and IGN. Once I found one of these beautiful circle transparent background images, I figured someone probably took the time to do all these, and sure enough, they are from an IGN article that I will link below so that I give credit where credit is due. Anyway, jumping in, big battery. Big battery is S tier, right from the get-go. I love these things so much. I don't often need them, but they're still fabulous. Ooh, the fancy wheel that can go over the rough terrain. Yes, also S tier. The only thing that makes me want to bring it down to A tier is the fact that I'm dumb and sometimes put on the wheels in different directions. So the machine is trying to tear itself apart because you got one going left and one going right, one going forward, one going backwards, you know. But that's my own stupidity, so I can't count that against it. This thingy. I don't think I've ever used one. I understand the point of it, and I'm sure it's fabulous, but because this is entirely subjective and based on my personal experience, I'll say C tier because I never wanted to use it. I'm sure someone could probably make an argument for A or even S, but not for me. Fans, S tier. Ooh, should I put these in a specific order? Oh, shoot. In which case, go ahead of it. Why are you not going ahead? There we go. Fans are used all the time. I use them all day, every day in Tears of the Kingdom. All right, which head is this? Is this the ice one? Okay, hold on. I gotta set that. This is the lightning one. This is the fire one. This is a beam thingamajig. Okay, so that must be fire. Okay, then this is ice. Well, I mean, all these heads can probably be put in the same spot. I don't really use them super often, but they are pretty great, especially if you've got a shield, so I'll put them all in A tier. I feel like I probably use fire the most and lightning the least. These thingies, I love them. I never use them, but I love them. I particularly use them for one dungeon. I think I even made a short showing it off years ago, or whenever Tears of the Kingdom came out, obviously. But I love that they hone in on the creatures and the monsters and they just go at it. But I don't use them that often, so B tier. I know this one probably should be higher, but it's not going to be higher. Oh, this is that beam thingy. I never use this. I just don't. We'll see B tier. Floating rock thingy. I never use these. C tier. Light. Literally just light. D tier. Deer tier? Deer tier. D tier. Okay, these are actually pretty useful. This hydro pump thingy majig. It's fantastic. I love putting it on my shield. I don't use it all the time, So we'll say B tier. Just kidding. We'll put high C tier. Mid C tier. Okay, sleds are pretty awesome, but I do think the carts are better. However, I will put it in high B tier. Cooking pots come in handy so much. I'm gonna say A tier, and I'm gonna put it above all these little attachments. It stinks you can only use them once, but you get what you get. Reflective light, even more annoying. D tier, at the bottom. Rockets, these are so useful for so many things. Oh my gosh, it's gotta be S tier, but where in S tier? I'm gonna put it above the wheel. These are awesome balance thingamajigs that, you know, keep everything upright, but I never use them. So we're gonna say high C tier. I have seen some super creative uses with them. I just don't personally use them myself. Sticks, high D tier. Wings, yes. High S tier, for sure. The rocket should be higher, yes? Rocket should be higher, because you can attach this to a shield and just go straight up. Bombs, never use them, like, ever, but are bombs, so therefore must be loved. Small battery, definitely useful, but not crazy useful. They don't last for very long, so, ooh. Do we want to go high B tier or low A tier? We're going to go almost high B tier. How about that? These balloons are actually quite helpful in the depths. I constantly will make this device where it's this and it's got rockets and the fire thingy shooting up. Ooh, I need to put the fire higher because I forgot about the other uses I do for the fire head thingamajig. Take a sip of water every time I say thingamajig. So, I'm going to put it right here. Is this fire or is this fire? I think this one's fire, so I'll leave it where it is. Cannon. I don't use it, like, ever. Well, ooh. That's tough. I'll go there. No, definitely higher than the sled. The cart. This is also fabulous. I'm gonna put it right below balloon. I use it a lot. These wheels are great too, but they're not as versatile as these. Still, the cart I still think is better. Ew. No. Yes. Here. I hear Baby Geek. He has woken up from his nap. That was 30 minutes, my dude. 30 minutes. It was not long enough. Let's see if he entertains himself while I do these last few. He probably won't. Nope, he growling. Hold on. So anyway, springboard thing. Very helpful, but not as helpful as the rocket. Better than the wheel though. Okay, steering stick is the ultimate. The ultimate. It's definitely S tier. I also think I'm gonna move the battery below that wheel. Ooh, where do we put it? Do we put it above the rocket? Oof. I'm gonna put it above the wing and move the battery below the wheel. I'm kind of tempted to put the rocket above the fan. We're gonna pretend they're in the exact same spot. Give your bottle to the cat. What's she supposed to do with it? Abby doesn't drink milk. Contrary to what my childhood films taught me, cats don't drink milk as adult cats. Alrighty, so there is my arbitrary tier list. There's a lot of B tier. It's honestly relatively even. This is just my opinion. I'm sure if I did this again tomorrow, there would be some slight differences here and there. And I'm sure yours is very, very different. So let me know in the comment section below how you would rank these differently. I'm sure some of these lower ones, people have some excellent and creative uses for, and possibly uses that, you know, could be used fairly often, just not in my personal playthrough. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you to channel member Jen for suggesting this video idea. Sorry it took me so long to make good on it. Thank you to Baby Geek for the weird gurgling sounds. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and joining the Geekdom by subscribing. Thank you to all of my fabulous supporters on Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Gotten a lot of new ones recently, like Jen and Nintendo Memories. I may have already mentioned that in a video, I'm not sure. Tristin, new patron William, and at some point my microphone cut off, so I'm not exactly sure where it cut off, but I gotta make sure I thank the patrons and channel members, especially those that are my geek masters over on Patreon, Joking Batman, Geek Mom, Lorulian Sheep, McToppler, and Soeren. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.